Okay, well, things just got very interesting. So, most of this episode was really, well, a lot of talking. So, first we see Kalnaka, and he's wandering around like he's Bigfoot. But, Osha decides she's going to leave because they don't need her to stop May because she hesitated the last time she saw May, which now Soul doesn't want to kill May because he knows how much the sisters mean to each other. So she decides to take off without telling Soul for some reason. What is it about their relationship that, she seemed thrilled to see Soul when he saved her. And now she's like, yeah, I don't care. So, she tries to leave. Soul has his meeting. And, Soul didn't like the results of that meeting. Because he was like, I should be the one to bring in May. And Vernestra was upset that she didn't even know about what happened 16 years ago, which, fair. I mean, of course, she thinks that Soul somehow knew that May survived, and he's like, nobody could survive that. Well, she lives in a coven of witches, so there's that. I'm starting to think that the Jedi, or at least this iteration of Jedi, are your typical, I don't want to say haters, but basically, if they don't understand something, they want it to. So, Osha tries to leave. Soul stops her and says he needs her to bring in May. And, Osha, I'm starting to think Osha was kicked out of the Jedi. Not that she chose to leave, but that she was kicked out. And the reason I think that's because she seemed hopeful when she asked Soul, oh, you want me to join the Jedi? Oh, no, not exactly. Oh. So I'm wondering if something didn't happen. I mean, she even tells Jackie later that, she was too attached to her loss, to what happened to May. So, but now she's reconnecting with the Force because now she knows Osha is alive. I mean, May is alive. So, like later on, she connected with this creature, and because it looked like it was going to attack, Soul killed it. Which is why I'm thinking that this iteration of Jedi kill things that they don't understand. But May and Chimere land on Kofar, and this episode really lent to the theory that Chimere is actually May's master. Because, first he's really good at finding the Wookiee when according to him, there are bounty hunters who didn't want to come looking for Kalnaka. So, and the fact that this goofball is not only able to find him, but has no problem, overcoming what looks like are a lot of booby traps. So, So they go to... So as they're running through the woods looking for Kalnaka, it turns out that that little rodent-like creature is their tracker, is the Jedi tracker. Now, they haven't seen Kalnaka in how long? He wasn't responding to their warnings, and but yet they have something to give the tracker to have him find Kalnaka. Okay, well, very little of this show is making sense, so why the hell not? So as they're tracking, May just wants to, have a break because she has to fight a Wookiee. So why not just take a break before she has to do that? And so then Kymir decides, you know what? I'll go find you more water. You take a break. And he disappears. And in that time, May realizes that she's going to turn herself in. She's going to tell the Jedi what she knows. Unfortunately, and I'm assuming that Kymir must have been aware that she felt this way, because she gets to Kalnaka, and not before the tracker starts screaming. So she finally gets to Kalnaka, and Kalnaka is dead. He's just sitting in his chair dead. So this is where the theories that Kymir is actually her master seem like it's legit, because Kymir disappeared. We don't know where he went. He just suddenly went away. I mean, technically, the tracker, the Jedi were like, we can't even keep track of our tracker. Which, how the hell? I mean, the whole point of a tracker is that they, let the people who he's tracking for them keep up. But he did give a warning about May. So but it would be funny if it turned out he was the one who killed Kalnaka. So May obviously realizes she's in trouble. She's like, so he's here. Which makes you wonder, okay, if this was her test, why would he kill Kalnaka on his own? And the only thing I can think of is to put May in a bad situation with the Jedi. Because she said that she was going to turn herself in to the Jedi and that she would tell them what she knows. Which Soul went into her head. She doesn't know who her master is. So what could she tell them that Soul didn't already find? But she was telling Kymir that Osha being alive changes everything. So their whole, both Osha and May's personalities completely change upon finding out that the other twin is alive. Only Osha wants nothing to do with any of this. Which, like I said, she did say that she made it sound like she quit. But she also told Soul that, I'm feeling connections again. I can do this. So maybe I'm right. Maybe she was kicked out. She was kicked out because she somehow lost her connection to the Force because of May's death. So then, now, the Jedi are calling out May. They're like, whomever's in there, come out, and that means you may. And I'm just like, dude, Kalnaka could be in there, could be somebody else. So as Osha is standing back, this helmeted figure, I mean, I can't even call him a Sith because I have no idea what he's supposed to be, or even whether this thing is a he, but and this person approaches Osha, and Soul tells her to get out of the way, and apparently Osha is not very good at that. And it looks like he was going to actually remove his helmet and show Osha who this person is. I don't know, because there's this is someone from her past, or it happens to be Chimere, as people are speculating, which, granted, the way the editing happened, it's possible that it's Chimere, that he's not the goofball that he seems to be. But at the same time, why would he be fascinated with Osha? Maybe because May basically said, screw this mission, I'm going back to my sister. Even though she said she's with the Jedi scum. So she still hates the Jedi. That hasn't changed. Now, we still need to know what the hell happened. We still don't have a good idea of what happened 16 years ago that caused May to... I mean, she already hated the Jedi before the fire. But what happened 16 years ago that made her specifically target? And if it is Chimere, how the hell would he know? Unless it's possible he just saw May walking around and she poured her heart out. So I've also heard a theory that this person is Mother Coral, which not tall enough, because if Osha was the same and May were the same size as they were when they were little, then yeah, I could see that, but this person's too tall. So all we know is that it's none of the Jedi that we're familiar with. It's not Soul. It's not Yord. So it's not some strange switcheroo, but Chimere, I can see how people would be thinking that. It is edited to be that way. But Leslie Headland did say that whatever you think is happening isn't happening. So who knows how far that goes. It's possible we won't actually know what's happening till the final scene, which that would be very annoying. Let's see. So it ends with the Jedi pulling their lightsabers because this person, which must be a Sith because he has a red lightsaber, unless there are other beings out there that use red lightsabers. And it looked like he was going to use it on Osha, but suddenly she gets pushed aside. I assume it was Soul who did that. So we know it's not Soul, even though the fact that he used his Jedi abilities to save Osha from falling off a cliff in the first episode, but in the flashback saved Osha like your run-of-the-mill person who doesn't have Jedi powers, so couldn't save both. Which I have to admit is very suspect. I mean, it's possible that he specifically saved Osha because she wanted to be a Jedi, and maybe she had more talent in her than May did. I don't know. So yeah, that's strange how Soul only could figure that he could save only one twin. So I could see why people suspect Soul. This puts that to rest. Like I said, Chimere seems to be a really good theory because he disappears. May sets up a trap for him and basically says, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm leaving." And Chimere's not happy about that at all. And then her master seems to show up. So, yeah, the Chimere as being her master and she just doesn't know it is a very plausible theory. And I wonder if she's just going to sit back and watch the Jedi and this person fight each other, and perhaps the Jedi get slaughtered, because when they seem to attack, he easily was able to push them all back. So I don't know if she's just going to stand there and wait for him to demolish them, or if she's going to help. And let's face it, if she does end up helping the Jedi, that's not a case for May's not the one who killed Kelnaka. I don't know what is. And plus, there's this fact that Soul had no problem getting into her head. But there is something that Soul is hiding, because he even said that he'll explain everything when they get back to the ship. Which, what is there to explain here? Why she can't come back to the Jedi Order? What's happening? Let's see if I'm missing anything else. Yeah, I do think that this was a better episode. I mean, the dialogue was better. It wasn't as wonky that you're like, wait, what's happening? However, we still aren't completely sure what's happening. We just know that Kelnaka is dead. We know that May did not kill Kelnaka. So, the only person who disappeared for any length of time is, that could viably have done it, is Chimere. Like I said, the tracker, that's a possibility, but I highly doubt it. Let's see if there's anything I'm missing. I believe I did everything. Now, I honestly thought, because Yord wanted Osha to give back the blaster because it belonged to the Jedi, I really thought that meant that she would actually use her blaster, because she's like, no, it's mine now. But no, actually, she was being very stupid. Just standing around when there's danger. It's like, what are you doing? I mean, do something, say something. Why are you just standing there like an idiot? So yeah. So yeah, that was disappointing. Um so yeah, two more episodes left, so I really wonder what's going to happen. We at least now know how come, if this person is truly a Sith, which it seems like they are, now we understand why the Jedi Council never found out about it. Because Vernestra decided that let's not tell anybody because this will turn into a scandal. So that explains how 100 years from now the Sith can truly come to fruition, and the Jedi are like, what the hell? Where did you come from? So that at least was answered. We sort of found out why Osha left the Jedi. It wasn't that she left, it was that she was kicked out because of her connection to May. Apparently she lost her connection to the Force at some point. But yeah, and now May seems to be wanting to fight with the Jedi. I have heard theories that Osha is actually going to turn. But if it's true that Kymir is the Sith master, then May asked him, because he's the only one of the two who had spoken to Osha, asking him about her, and he's like, oh yeah, she sounded like she was way over her head, which, yeah, she did a horrible job of dealing with him. Let me see if there's anything else about this episode. Yeah, so next episode, it's definitely going to be a question of who ends up dying. Because you know that whoever the Sith is going to kill somebody. Whether it's one of the twins, I doubt it's both twins. Whether it's one of the twins, whether it's any of the Jedi. We just don't know. But someone is going to die in next episode. It's just a matter of who. Let's see if there's anything else that I've missed this episode. I think I've fully and utterly covered this episode to death. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video.